Oh my God.
That corner behind.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, people of all kinds, welcome to the best show during the best part of the week, the end of the week.
What's going on, guys? It's Mike from the EOW podcast, and we're talking about hangover cures today, but I go beyond a cure. I'm all about prevention. You don't even want to get that hangover. I'm going to give you the secrets on how to do this. So you had a night out, you had fun, you're drunk as shit, you get home, and you're barely clinging to life. But there are a couple steps you can take that you won't be miserable tomorrow, at least. What are these steps? First things first, you're going to go on Amazon, right? You're going to have this thing called Liquid IV. Now, it's not an IV you put in your arm. It's this little powder that you put in a bottle of water, and it just increases your electrolytes like crazy. Now, it doesn't have to be Liquid IV, though. It could be anything that increases electrolytes and hydration. Hydration is very important, and you're not going to get home and drink like 4 bottles of water, right? You're going to go to bed. So you have to do that. You have to drink Liquid IV. That's the first step. Second step, you have to eat. And I'm not talking about a cookie or something. You got to eat basically a full meal. That might be hard, but it's necessary. If you have something in your stomach, you're not going to feel like shit tomorrow. Third step, take 2 Advil. Now, this is optional, and it really kind of depends on you, but if you don't want to wake up with a splitting headache, like I don't, take 2 Advil right before you go to bed, drink another bottle of water, have some water by your night table, and you'll definitely wake up feeling less shitty. Not guaranteeing you won't have a hangover. Sometimes they slip through, but I would say 7 or 8 out of 10 times, you will wake up perfectly fine. And that is the Mike guarantee.
Hey guys, this is Jan, and I'm going to give you my tips to avoid hangovers. So let's say you don't have as much time to like prepare, eat a full meal and everything before you go out drinking. What's worked for me is these 3 steps. So what I do first, I make sure to just drink a full bottle of water just before going to sleep. It hydrates you. It counterbalances all the alcohol that you've been drinking, and it helps a lot to avoid vertigo and the spins and everything. The second thing that I do is I take 2 Tylenols. It can be probably any painkiller that you like, but it actually helps to avoid headaches and just a bad night of sleeping in general with all the alcohol in your system. It's worked wonders for me, and I think it'll work wonders for you. The third thing that I do before I go to sleep, I try to just have something to eat. Maybe your stomach's super turned and you can't do it. I think of it as a bonus. But if you can just eat something to try and get yourself in a more sober state right before you go to sleep to try and counteract all the alcohol that you have in the system, I think it actually helps a lot. It's worked wonders for me so far. I haven't puked the next day, and I think I haven't had a hangover in, I think, like 3 years since I started implementing the system. Something that you can do as well if you don't like drinking water before you go to sleep because, I don't know, you need to go to pee at night a lot or something. You can try and do like a half bottle of Gatorade. It has electrolytes. It helps with your immune system and everything. So definitely consider between like a Gatorade or a bottle of water. Again, painkillers, super important. And the bonus would be to get something to eat before you go to bed. And those are my tips to avoid hangovers.
What's up, everybody? This is Rob with the End of Week podcast, and today we are giving you the step-by-step, fail-safe, never, ever failed, tried and true method to making sure to cure your hangover, okay? Now, I know Mike and Jan have probably given you some nonsense BS. Let me tell you about my personal method. I call it the HOT program, okay? Now, first off, H, you got to hydrate. Before you go out, I know you're feeling a little bit antsy. You're ready to put on that new outfit. Maybe make a new friend or a new partner. but put that to the side for a little bit, okay? You got to make sure to hydrate. Drink water throughout the day. Maybe you can substitute with some liquid IV or some other nonsense like that, right? Okay? Now your hydration's all clean. Moving on to O. You're going to order greasy food. I know it sounds like a myth. However, it may or may not work, to be completely honest. Just do it. It won't hurt, right? So get a burger, some pizza, maybe some hot wings, and just fill up that stomach so that there's something to slow down all of the alcohol that's bleeding into your liver and subsequently bleeding into the rest of your, body. All right? And so tea. Now, before we get to tea, let's just walk through where you are in the night, right? You hydrated throughout the day. You put on that fresh outfit. Maybe you went to go grab a quick bite to eat by ordering your food, right? Now you've been out partying, maybe doing a couple keg stands, getting some shots from the bartender, a couple rounds on you, a couple rounds on me. I don't know. Okay. Now, you're probably on your way home and you recognize you're going to have a really, really bad day tomorrow and it's going to be a brutal hangover. If that is how you feel, in spite of the first two steps, you go to the fail-safe and tea. You try your best to continue drinking so that the hangover never happens. And that's the hot method, baby. Never failed. Ever. So those are our tips for how to survive, avoid, prevent a hangover. Okay, why don't you tell us about your tips, any, slight tricks or methods that you may have in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's the end of week podcast, baby. Making sure that you get through your fun nights hangover free because we care at the end of week podcast.
Moral.